is real. And that makes the difference in all of our lives. Amen? Amen. Amen. Well, at this time, you're in the hands of the finance team.
Good morning, New Hope. Would you all please stand for the morning offering scripture? The morning offering scripture comes from Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 through 10. And it reads, Trust in the Lord with all thy heart. Lean not to our own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in our own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. It shall be healthy to thy navel, and bear to thy bones. Honor the Lord with thy substance, and the first fruit of thy increase. So shall thy barns be filled with plenty, and thy purses burst out with new wine. Call in all tithers, call in all tithers.
Is the Lord good? The Lord is good. The Lord is good. The Lord is good. Come on, say the Lord is good. The Lord is good. Coming. First will come. Give our tithes, and then we'll come and give our offering. Thy is with me. Father, we thank you. We praise you and magnify you and glorify you. Thank you for this wonderful service. Thank you that you're in the room with us to deal with each and every one of us and to bless us to overcome the hand of the enemy. And I thank you for blessing us financially. I thank you for blessing us spiritually, physically, mentally, and emotionally. We praise you for it. And as we give, Lord, bless us 30, 60, and 100-fold. In Jesus' name. Everybody say, thank God. Amen. Amen.
year, we have the First Lady Citizen. That is a $208 registration, but your registration does include your transportation as well as your lodging, your gift bag, a couple other things. And that retreat takes place in Branson, Missouri. So the dates for that is September 19th to the 21st. There is still a little time if you'd like to register for that. You have until the end of the month. Ladies, if you'd like to be a part of the women's retreat in Chicago. Those are all the announcements that I have on this morning. If you are celebrating a birthday or an anniversary on this week, would you please stand? You're celebrating from today, 28th to August 3rd. Any birthdays or anniversaries on this week? Moving on. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge our visitors that are with us. If you are visiting for the very first time to New Hope, would you please stand at this time and tell us who you are? Any first-time visitors? We're all family here? Amen. Amen. All right, well, just wrap things up with a reminder of our services. Every Wednesday night, we have our Bible study at 7 p.m. We also have our Sunday school at 9:30, followed by our worship service at 11 a.m. I want to come to next week. In Iraq, overseas somewhere. Well, we are happy this week returning home safely. Amen. Amen. I'm going to wrap things up. We're going to hear a nugget from our First Lady Bradshaw. Let's say amen now. The house of God. God has kept us out the weekend, as some have said, from so many wonderful things to encourage our walk in the Lord on this weekend. One of the things that stood out in my mind as one of the presenters was going forth, and he spoke of how the enemy studies us and how many times we are not even aware that he's sizing us up and trying to find a way to trick us up or to prevent us from doing what God has called us to do. He also said how that many times there is a record, referring to the book of Revelation, that's being kept on each one of us. And when we meet the Lord, we're going to review that record with him. And so, as I heard the speaker on, I think it was Friday night, I began to think about how, in our walk with the Lord, how God has given us everything that we need to be successful in him. And so, I'm going this morning to the book of Isaiah. And I'm going to chapter 55. Starting with verse number 6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him. And to our God, for he will abundantly pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, says the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. And so as we are going about living our lives, remember that God always has an open arm, even for those who don't know him. There's always an open invitation. But along with that, the enemy many times works overtime to keep us from coming to God so we cannot fulfill the plan that he has for us. And so Isaiah was encouraging us to seek him while you have opportunity, while he may be found, and forsake anything that keeps you from hearing the voice of God. May the Lord continue to bless all.
Awesome. Amen. Wonderful.
Amen? Amen. So right now, we can sing.
Lord, I worship
Thank you, Sunshine Man. Thank you, Youth Father. You be so kind to join me in somebody and say with me, share the excitement. Father, we thank you. Thank you for health. Thank you for strength. Thank you for peace and joy. Thank you for loving kindness and good mercy. God, I thank you for your power and your anointing, that you would just reign in our spirits and would give you the glory, the honor, and the praise. In Jesus' name. Let everybody say, thank God. Thank God. Amen. May you see it. Thank God for all of you. Thank God for all of you that are here. Thank God for a couple of ladies. Thank God for them being with us. Thank God for all of you that are here. Thank God for the ministers, Brother Jensen and Brother Williams. And thank God for Sister Bradshaw, First Lady. And thank God for Brother Thomas. And thank God for all of you that have been here. And I want to give a special shout out to New Hope at large, and also the Deacon Board on Friday night, blessing me. I thank God for that. I want to thank God for the musicians that are here with us, and thank God for them. I want to read you something that is really pressing in my heart. I shared this with Brother Thomas. I want to share it with you also, and we will give you more direction in the middle of August. But we're going to have lunch, what I call a mother's round table. Brother Thomas and some of the mothers are going to have lunch set for mothers. They're going to have sessions here at church. They can begin to talk about issues mothers go through. And the men, I think I've talked with, the men, we're going to do a men's round table. And we're going to have that as well. And we want to keep these going once a month where we sit down with different people and we begin to share with them what we need to help each other go through so that the gospel of Jesus Christ begins to shine throughout the church. And secondly, I'd like to remind you of August. In August, we're going to launch prayer time. Each group, and I ask each group to get ready, because starting the Sunshine Band, starting youth, starting men's class, starting primary, starting the sanctuary, we're going to have teams praying every Sunday and every Wednesday night. Now, I want each team to be thinking about this, especially if the Sunshine Band, youth, the men, and the women ministries. Think about this. 3 things that you need to pray about. One should be something that impacts the men, if you will. Secondly, something that impacts the church. And the third thing would be something that impacts the community. And then each one of the teams are going to take some of these prayer requests out of this box and make a note of them. You don't need to know who wrote it. You just know to pray for it. And each group will begin to pray over some prayer requests. And I confess, I claim it, I prophesy, and I believe it, that if we become one, we will see miracles happening during the month of August like we haven't seen in a while. Amen? And this church will begin to grow, look like nobody's business. But let me share with you some excitement. Come on, say, share with us some excitement. Do you know New Hope has fed over 20,000 children since 2011? Do you know that we are engaged in helping children that are on diversion in Johnson County, all the way down to the youngest child we had has been 10 years old. We're also working with the Census Bureau. We're now trying to help people find jobs, also helping the census group to count the people in Johnson County. We also have a school that's going to be launched next month called New Hope Christian Academy. Sister Bradshaw and her staff are working on it. We've been having a time here at New Hope. I think we need to start bragging on what's happening at New Hope. I mean, a lot of folks talk about what's going on in New Hope, but this New Hope was known as the hospital in Olathe, where people would bring their sick, their trouble, their people that were going through some type of trouble, and they bring them to church looking for God to change their lives. Let me share the excitement with you. Come on, say, share the excitement. Psalms 104 and 5 says, enter into his gates with thanksgiving, and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him, and bless his name. For the Lord is good, his mercy is everlasting, and his truth endures to all generations. The theme for today is share the excitement. Share the excitement. I also want to say to Brother Jackson, thank you so much for stepping in. And I wanted to, and God told me to have the ministers help me to start doing the closing remarks in Sunday school. Brother Jackson's done a wonderful job doing some closing remarks. Next month, in the month of August, we're going to do another minister will take over. And we're going to start using our ministers and missionaries to really reach this community. Somebody said, reach the community. Reach the community. Now, I request again that all leaders, ministers, missionaries, deacons, lay members will come together for prayer on Sunday morning at 9 a.m. and also on Wednesday evening at 6:30 p.m. during the month of August. This morning, I'm sharing the excitement of Jesus Christ. Oh man, I'm enjoying this. We hear about Jesus Christ all the time, day and night, on radio, TV, and internet, and social media. I wonder what really would happen if we spend time working on our Jesus experiences to perfect them so they are filled with power and cause excitement. I wonder what would happen if we really took time to really perfect our witness. What has Jesus done for you lately? If somebody asks you, you stumble all over yourself, they're going to say, oh, they don't know. If you start getting passionate, testify to yourself sometimes. Get in the mirror and talk to yourself with your testimony. And share your testimony to yourself. So you can begin to share it with others. The more you talk about it, the better you're going to sharpen your testimony. Somebody out there needs to hear what you've been through. Listen, in your Jesus experiences, let's begin to get power and passion in our testimony so it causes folks to say, I want to know more about who you serve. Man, it gets good because when you talk about excitement, you talk about, when you talk to a grandparent who has pictures of their grandchildren on their desk, they just light up. They could be having a bad day. When they start talking about their grandchildren, they just get excited. When you talk to a shopper who studies shopping and loves to shop, they will begin to share their passion about which store they shop and why they go there. If you talk to another person who's a gardener, they talk about what they garden, the things they grow, and how they actually make each of them do what they believe should be done. When Sister Bradshaw and I arrived home yesterday, our neighbors walked up to us with a jar. And they had a bag of tomatoes. Some were round, some were long, and he began to share with us the significance of each tomato. I said, now that tells you something. He was excited about what he was doing, and he share with them. Share the gospel. I got a quiet church today. Come on, share your excitement. You are somebody. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been on drugs. I ain't never been. I don't have nothing. You do too. You have to share how you've been saved. Share the gospel of Jesus Christ with me. Isaiah 9 through 6 and 7 says this. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be on his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end. Yes, sir, I'm going to share the excitement. Today, I'm excited about Jesus. And my theme and the scripture text for today is found in Luke 5, 12 through 18. Come on, somebody say, share your story. Share your story. You see, you got to talk to some folks. You got to remember, you ain't the only one that's been through something. There's people in this church who have been sick, and they were sick unto death, and God healed them. There's others who suffered with some type of physical ailments, and God healed them. You see, there are people all through this church who've been through all types of dilemmas. But if you don't share your story, how do they know God has been that good to you? Listen, you don't want to forget about where He brought you from. You don't want to get to the place where somebody has to remind you, don't you remember your testimony? Share your story. Tell somebody how Jesus brought you out, how He healed you and saved you, and how He takes care of your life. You ought to be excited about God, this God you serve, and let them know that how the church has changed your life. I got excited, Sister Bradshaw, because I'm excited because of what God is doing. We are so blessed to be going through a time when we're not hopeless. We're going through a time when we're not hopeless. We're being blessed because He gives us hope, even in the midst of whatever we have to go through. You ought to tell your neighbor, share your story. I learned this when I was a young minister. Somebody told me, he said, you go to a mirror and you tell that mirror how you feel. Tell it your testimony. If you can't convince yourself, you got to get to the place where you can convince yourself. You know whether you tell the truth or not. You don't have to add nothing to your testimony, just tell the truth. You'd be surprised when you begin to tell yourself your testimony. You mean God brought me through all that? Yes, He has. It ought to cause you to have some excitement. When I am invited to the New Hope lunch, maybe y'all don't feel this way, but I get excited. I think about how good the food is going to be. I think about how wonderful the fellowship is going to be. And I thank God for being around people who love to cook, because I love to eat. So when the two of us get together, we're going to have time. Ask me to go to Restaurant Depot? No problem. Go to in-house? No problem. And I know I'm fixing to eat good. If you ask me to cook, you're going to be in trouble. But I can find something to cook for you if I have to. You have to understand God has what you need to cause you to be able to share your story. Do I have folk in this church who have ever shared their testimony? Let me answer it again. Do I have anybody in this church who shares their testimony regularly? Do I have some people in here who don't mind sharing how God brought them out? I heard them talking in Sunday school and they were saying, well, you don't have to give everybody scriptures. But I'm telling you, these folks today need some word. People need to know God still works miracles. God still works miracles. Come on, say, God still works miracles. I'm going to share my story because if the Lord hadn't brought me out, I would wouldn't be standing here right now. I wouldn't have the right mind. I wouldn't be able to sing. I wouldn't be able to shout. I wouldn't have joy because he's the one that brought me out. You know, in our text, Jesus Christ went from place to place, bringing the glory of God to them. Can you imagine how people felt seeing miracles happen right before their eyes? This excitement caused people to say, let's go to Jesus for our healing. We are living in a time where we are suffering. But in the text in Luke 5, 12 through 18, he begins to tell of a wonderful experience that happened right in Luke's presence. Well, he says, the people got excited and it caused them to go looking for Jesus. They said, let's take our troubles to him because he can fix them. Somebody say, he can fix them. The conversation changed from their troubles to their conversation changed. We're going to go where Jesus is. Because when we find Jesus, we will be healed. Come on, somebody say, we will be healed. Hey, thank you, Jesus. Let Jesus fix it for you. For he knows just what to do. Whew, thank you, Jesus. In our first outline, it says Luke 5, 12 to 14. It says, and it came to pass when he was in a certain city, behold, a man full of leprosy, who seeing Jesus fell on his face and besought him, saying, Lord, if thou wilt, thou canst make me clean. And he put forth his hand and touched him, saying, I will, be thou clean. And immediately the leprosy departed from him. And he charged him to tell no man, but go and show thyself to the priest, and offer for thy cleansing according as Moses commanded, for a testimony unto thee. Now I believe, now this is me talking, I believe this leprous man heard about Jesus and decided to seek Jesus out for his business. What's amazing was that he was willing to trade his leprosy for healing. He was willing to give up. I'm being excommunicated. I'm put out. I don't have no hope. I have this debilitating disease. It's eating me up. It's separating me from my family. It's destroying my relationship with my family. I can't even get around folks. And I have to announce when I'm there because I tell them I'm unclean. I am really being exiled from society. And Jesus, you have the power to change my condition. And it's really amazing that it fell on his face. And besought him saying, Lord, if thou wilt, in other words, if thou wilt, thou canst make me clean. Now this is a very powerful point that the man was making. And I got excited because out of excitement, that man sought out Jesus. Even though the crowds were there, that leprous man came to Jesus and sought him out, saying, if you will, you can make me clean. Not maybe, not just saying, but no, he knew that Jesus could make him clean. See, we create excitement when we start telling folk how Jesus blessed us. Do you know how awesome it is to tell somebody that Jesus Christ will help you pay your bills? That is exciting. He's a lawyer in the courtroom. He's a comforter. He's a way maker. He can bless you with promotion. He can comfort you in the midst of a storm. He can walk with you. He can talk with you. He can minister to you. We just begin to share with people how personal he is with you. It causes them to say, I want to know who you're talking about. I see you, but you're talking about somebody I can't see. And it gets exciting because you start telling them, you know what? The same thing he done for me, he can do it for you. The same thing he's done for me, he can do it for you. The same thing he did for this leprous man, he can do for you. Listen, when take time to perfect your testimony and your witness about the anointing power of Jesus Christ, your testimony gives people the opportunity to grab hold of faith. And they see themselves being healed of their condition. You know, it's good when you sit down with folks, go to lunch with somebody, even though they're not doing well. They may not have 2 nickels to rub together, but you begin to minister to them. You begin to tell them, and you give them hope. Give them something to hold on to. Let them know that Christ has the power to deliver you. See what He's done for me. Share the excitement. Make it exciting for them. Let them know that God still works miracles. He's a way maker, and He knows how to take care of you. Why don't somebody jump up and say hallelujah? Hallelujah. I got happy when I started thinking about this. I got happy, and I started putting myself in the place of the leprous man. And I said to myself, when I was walking in darkness, having little or no hope, and I saw the bright light of Jesus, it caused excitement in my life. And then I said, hey, even before the miracle happened, even before I got delivered, I saw the light. You ought to talk to your friend and tell them that God still works miracles. Give them a reason to get excited. Give them something to hold on to. And then let them know, Lord, if you want to, you can make us clean. Lord, if you want to, you can heal this person. It's in your hands, Lord. I'm just bringing them to you. And I know you can handle this. It's not a question whether you can heal or not. It's a question whether you want to heal them or not. You know, we ought to get to the place and say, now, Lord, I thank you for my healing. I can only testify about me. I can tell you that God still works miracles. I can tell you that He's a way maker. I can tell you that He's a comforter. I can tell you He's a God that knows how to bring me out. I know He knows how to sustain us. I know He knows what I'm going through. And I know He's a God that walks with us. And I know He will hold us in His hand. And I know He's my shield and protection. I know He's my inspiration. I know He wakes me up in the morning. And I know He talks to me. And I know He's my home. I can shout the victory because God will see you through. Let Jesus take it for you. Somebody get excitement that Jesus still works miracles. Somebody tell your friend, He still works miracles. Let somebody say, He still works miracles. He still can work it out. You may be out your last leg, and the leg is on, and your foot is on the banana. God still works miracles. He is our help. He is our way maker. He is our high priest. I want to share something with you that I got out of this lesson. It says the power of the church. Sometimes people don't realize how awesome the church should be in your life. You know, when I go into a church, the whole church is sitting looking at me with no smiles, no joy, and my arms folded, staring at me like this man. Hurry up, get down so we can go home. I'm just wondering what you're going home to. Sometimes people going home to a bunch of gossip, a bunch of brokenness, a bunch of fussing, fighting, and arguing. But I want to go home to peace. I want to go home to deliverance. I want to wake up with so much joy in my spirit, knowing that God will see me through. Listen, let me say to you, the church. Come on, say the church. We ought to make this where we come to worship God. We should make this a place where people can come and be healed. I'm going to say it again. A place where people can come to be healed, to be delivered, and to be set free. Listen, our job is to learn how to work together, to win folks from the community, to win the lost, to give hope to the hopeless, to feed the hungry, and to clothe the naked. Our desire for our church is to be a place where you can be healed, where you can be delivered, and where you can be set free. In the church, we hear the gospel of Jesus Christ, and it's preached, it's taught, it's talked about, and it is followed. We hear about God, we hear about Jesus Christ, and the Holy Ghost, and we hear in Bible study classes, we hear in worship services. We come to find God and to begin to find peace with what we're going through in our lives. And through the church, we find ourselves having hope that we assemble with, who gives us wisdom and knowledge coming from God. They come to help us, and they come to bless us. You see, in Luke 5:15 and 16, as I'm almost done, he says, but so much more when their fame abroad of him. In other words, after the man that had leprosy came from Jesus, went to the priest and did what he told him to do. Now, listen, if you got healed of leprosy, you mean to tell me that you go home and sit in your house and not tell folks how you've been healed? I believe I would be cut down. I believe I'll be on a ministry page. I'll be going from place to place. You see me? I used to have leprosy. You see me now? I'm delivered. I used to be, but now I'm free. I am delivered through Jesus Christ. And you know somebody gonna say, well, how did you get healed? He gonna say, you know that Jesus Christ that's walking the countryside? You need to get him because he will save you. And he will deliver you. And he will set you free. Listen, and then the fame went abroad, and great multitudes came together to hear. That's when they come to the church, to hear and to be healed of their infirmities. You see, we should just come in and talk, and I forgot. No, we ought to start casting them off their eyes. Start preaching, God, you can take away this high blood pressure. You can take away sugar diabetes. You can take away the infirmity. You can heal my eyes. You can make it so I won't forget everything. You can make it so I'm confident. You can make it so I can stand the test. You can make it so I can go forth. I know I have some infirmities, but I know the word says that many are the infirmities of the righteous, but that God would deliver them out of them all. And 16 says, and he withdrew himself into the wilderness and prayed, and it came to pass on a certain day, as he was teaching. Somebody say, what was he doing? Teaching. Somebody say, what was he doing? Teaching. That there were Pharisees and doctors of the law sitting by. See, folks, when you start seeing miracles happen, you start seeing things happen, people will start to come, Brother Thomas, and try and figure out what makes you different than others. It's the anointing of the Holy Ghost. God, His Spirit. When He anoints you, He tells you to a place that a person can't get there naturally. I need the Spirit of Christ in my life. And so they start sending Pharisees and doctors of the law sitting by, which would come out of every town of Galilee, and Judea, and Jerusalem. And you notice what it says in this next little stanza. And the power, somebody say, and the power of the Lord was present to do what? So why? Somebody say, why then? Are you asking for prayer? Why then are we asking in August to come together to pray together? Why then are we asking us to join in different groups? Why then are you having a sunshine band to pray? Why are you having the youth to pray? Why are you having the men to pray? Why are you having the women to pray? It's because we're coming together as one. And when we do Bible study classes, you're going to be in the sunshine band room. You're going to be in the primary room. You'll be in the men's room. You'll be in the sanctuary. And you're going to be in these different rooms. We want that room sanctified. We want the people teaching the class to be full of the Holy Ghost. We want the Holy Ghost to be present in the room with us so that if we need healing, healing is available. If we need comfort, comforting is available. Whatever we need, God has provided. And when we come in the room to talk about the word will begin to manifest itself. It begins to blow. It begins to act. It begins to cause a miracle It begins to cause healing to happen. It begins to cause joy to happen. It begins to cause folk to get out of their troubles and to be healed and delivered and set free. Somebody, share the excitement. Somebody say, share the excitement. I wish y'all could see what I see. Y'all looking at me. And you're sitting there looking at me. And you're sitting there thinking, Pastor, hurry up because we got to go. But I want to share with you that we need to get to the place where the excitement of the Lord is received. Not just in your belly, but folks see sometimes you raise your hand and say, hallelujah. Glory to God. It is so. And sometimes you want to jump up and say, glory to God. See, the place that we ought to get to is we ought to get to the place where we start causing excitement. We start causing excitement to happen. I went to the Royals game some time ago, and during the game, during the seventh inning, they called it the seventh inning stretch. And in that inning, they began to have different things happen. And they began to sing, and they began to just pass the way. You know, they were trying to get folks back into the game. Even the Royals, when it was, they wanted you to get back into the game. My goal is to get you to get excited about your salvation. My goal is to see you say, hallelujah. I don't have to come and prime you. You start coming and priming yourself. You start acting like something is going on in my life. You start praising God because He's just that good. And you start coming to church because you want to be where God is. And that you don't want to be in anything where God is not. And you start praising God. We come to church to learn more about God. And we become passionate about our living. We become passionate about teaching. It's the place where we become, we get to the place where you got to be careful because sometimes we get so entrenched in all the stuff we're doing that we sometimes forget our joy. We get to the place where we lose foot down. And we're so busy working, we forgot that the food comes from Jesus. It don't come from your job. He touched you to be able to do what you do. Am I talking to him? I just wish somebody would jump and say, hallelujah. Listen to the place on said, the people came with their excitement. They dropped everything to hear the word of Jesus and to be healed of their infirmities. The church is where we come to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ. To pray, to sing, to share testimony, and to fellowship with others, and to strategize to take the city. Come on, somebody say, call excitement to happen. Luke 14 and 21 to 23 says, so the servant came and showed his Lord these things. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to his servant, go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor, and the lame, and the halt, and the blind. And the servant said, Lord, it is done, as thou hast commanded, and yet there's room. And the Lord said unto the servants, go into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. Well, what you trying to say, preacher? I'm saying to y'all, if there's an empty pew, if there's an empty seat in the house, we ought to become very, very concerned. And we start going out bringing folk in to get them in the seats so the house may be full. Y'all heard me talk about the house is going to be full. My job is to cause you to get to the place where you get hungry to fill this house up. If we fill this house up, may the Lord bless us to build a bigger house. But tap your neighbor and say, neighbor, ain't nobody want to be in a dead house. We're going to cause excitement. We're going to cause things to happen. Somewhere down the line, we got to get excited. We got to start talking, sharing how good God is. Talk about how he brought me out. You have a testimony. You have something God does for you. Nobody can tell your testimony like you can tell. When I found out, I tried to tell some of y'all's testimony. I found out that God got after me. He spanked me. And he told me, tell me your testimony. I said, okay. And while we were in convocation this last week, I was sitting there, and they kept singing this song, You Made It. I made it. I made it. Do you know, I had forgotten about something that happened to me when I was at KU running on the track. The coach came to us, the whole team, and said, Dr. Thomas wants to do some testing on you. And they told us that it won't hurt, it won't mess you up. They just want to, clip some of your muscles and put you in this tank, see how much body fat you have. So we all said, yeah, we'll do that. It's not released. So they went in there and they started doing tests on us. Took us, put masks on us like we were underwater and put us in this tank. They were trying to figure out how much body fat we had. And then they went for our back one leg and cut some fiber out of there, cut some muscle out of there. And then a couple weeks or 3 weeks or so later, they give each of us a report. And he told me, if memory serves correctly, I was one of the, I think it was 3 or 4 of us that had 0 body fat. And we were like, wow, that's pretty good. And so, I'm good, right? Young. And so he said to me, he says, I want you to know, you are going to have a heart attack before you get 50. I said, what? He said, yeah, the way your heart is, you're going to have a heart attack before you get 50. And I said, really? And the first followed me, I was like, I'm only 19 now. I'm going to enjoy life. And I didn't pay attention. And I began to thank God the other night. I had forgotten that now I'm in my 60s. I'm looking back, and Dr. Thomas said I should have had a heart attack when I was in my 50s. And I said, I'm going to thank God for bringing me thus far. I'm going to thank God because according to him, I should have been here. According to him, he said that the heart he said should have quit me. But he didn't know that God is in my life. And when God is in your life, things change. God can make a way for you that nobody else can do. And it causes me to have some excitement. It causes me to say, glory to God. I am alive. And God is my head. You see, what really got exciting was, they talk about on the internet, something goes viral. And when Jesus started doing all these miracles and things started happening, his fame went viral. And people started coming out of town everywhere. And they were bringing their sick ones to him to be healed. Not just to see him. They were coming to be healed. I dare somebody, some gentlemen say, they came to be healed. Are you the type of person going to tell somebody, come to church with me? You can be healed. You can be healed. You can be healed. Speak it so that God begin to touch you. And you can begin to imagine, God working miracles right in the church for us. Somebody called excitement, and you start saying, man, if God can do this, he can certainly take care of me. I know how it is to be around a person that we were talking, and Bishop Moody was a man that really inspired us. And so when Bishop Moody would talk to us about some of his experiences, he would excite us so. He shared one story where he said that he was in a place where he shouldn't be. And they didn't like people to preach. And so Bishop Moody and the driver got pulled over by the police. And they were asking him what he was doing. And he began to tell them they were preaching the gospel. They were preaching to the lost. And the man looked at him and started laughing. And while he started laughing, Bishop Moody then started laughing with him. And he kept on laughing until finally he just told him, go on. And Bishop Moody was sharing how God opens doors when the world says you're in trouble. You want to get to the place where you start praising God because God makes ways in places that you shouldn't be. But God has a way of carrying you through this. But listen, if you have faith, someone say, have faith to believe that no matter what condition people are in, God has the power to deliver them. It causes excitement in them because they're sitting in the hospital room saying, I don't have no hope. But Brother Thomas, you've been coming over here talking to me, and my faith is now healed. I believe God can heal me. They're seeing themselves healed. Tap your neighbor and say, tell it until they catch it. Tell it until they see it. Tell it until they move in it. And tell it until they get healed. And then let tell it. Somebody say hallelujah. Let the fame of Jesus Christ. Somebody talk about him. Somebody lift him up. Somebody praise him. Somebody glorify him. Somebody say, our faith, I got it. Just like he said so. By faith, I've been healed. By faith, I've been set free. By faith, I have the victory. Thank you, Lord, for seeing me through. Thank you, Lord, for blessing me. Thank you, Lord, for empowering me. And I just want to praise you, man. I want to glorify you. Sometimes, praise the Lord. Get excited. Somebody say glory. Yes, it is. Somebody tell the neighbor. Yes, it is. Somebody tell your neighbor he will. He's a home bearer. He's strong. He's mighty. He's able to carry you through. Somebody share your excitement. Everybody standing. Somebody very excited. Somebody very excited. I'm excited because Jesus is a healer. Jesus is my high priest. Jesus is a way maker. Amen. I don't preach myself here. Share the excitement. Would you join hands with somebody? We're going to have to get ready to go. Would you join hands with somebody? I'd like to get the place. I want to put this out. I'd like to get the place. Brother Holmes, I want to get to the place. I want to see this church get to the place when they start speaking to the devil right in the midst of what people are going through. You see, sometimes people come to church and they're depressed and they're wondering, how can I get the victory? They're wondering, what am I going to do? I go home tonight. I got a lot of problems. Listen, Jesus Christ will give you deliverance. But you have to trust him. And you step out on him. And you believe him. And when somebody calls you talking negative, tell them, I ain't got time for that. I believe God will bring me out. When Brother Montez and Sister Quincy were going through with their children at the hospital, they were born. If they listen to the doctors and some of the other folks, they just walk away and let the child there to die. But they didn't say that. They said, God, you're going with me. And while I'm here, you with me. There's nothing that they can happen to this baby. You cannot have it. And when I leave, I'm leaving with my baby. They held up the standard. And they stood the test. And they went in excited. And they wanted folk to see their baby. But they weren't worried whether they were going to die or not. No, they just believed God was going to bring them out. Tap your neighbor and say, neighbor, you got to understand something. You got to get hold to this thing. And hold on for God. And stand right there. And say, Lord, I know you can. I ain't going to let no devil run me out. This is my blessing. And I thank you for my blessing. Pray. Hey, healing is in the room. Deliverance is in the room. Peace is in the room. Healing is in the room. Joy is in the room. Salvation is in the room. Father, we thank you. Because you're present to heal. You're present to deliver us from our infirmities. Some came with these conditions, but God, you're able to heal. And we thank you for the healing. As we look on Mother Beverly and touch her Lord. Look on the saints that are traveling today. Touch them, Lord. Touch the Collins family. Touch the Carey family. Touch the Jameson family. Touch the Bradshaw family. Touch the Ryan family. Touch the Long family. Touch the Forbes family. Touch the Thomas family. Touch the families in the name of Jesus. And we glorify you. And we praise you. Touch the Willis family. Touch the families, Lord. Touch the Glasgow family. Touch the families. And let the anointing of the Holy Ghost begin to break shackles and destroy the yokes and to tear down walls and let victory come. And we thank you for it. And the families I did mention, God pray for them. Bless the Smith family as they travel, and I thank you for it. I praise you for it. I magnify you for it. Bless the Wilson family. Touch the family, God, and bless them now from the top of their heads to the sole of their feet. And we glorify and praise you for it. In Jesus' name. Come on, somebody. Give God praise. Come on, bless him. Bless him to God. Bless him. Bless the saints. Bless the saints. Bless the saints. Bless the saints. In the name of Jesus. Bless them. Lord, thank you. Thank all of you. Hallelujah, Lord. Bless the days. Bless the week. Bless this corporate. Bless the saints. Bless Brother Tim. Zion. Thank all. Thank all. Bless the Marcus. Bless the saints. Bless the Isaiah's family. Bless the families. Bless the families. Bless the Tyler family. Bless the saints. Y'all know catching what's happening. God wants some blessings. And why aren't you a battling with what you're battling through? Why don't you give God the opportunity to minister to your little space and let Him take you to where He is in the name of Jesus. Bless him. Let's pray his mom. Bless him. Bless my family. Bless y'all. Bless us as we get ready to travel. Keep us in the name of Jesus. Thank God. Thank God.